Now, next up in our deep dive into Moses Hacmon's Most Toxic Relationship series, we have a video on Trisha's channel called Eating Korean Fried Cheese as Ethan and Hila. As you can see here, and they're both dressed up. Trisha as Ethan and Moses as Hila. Now, this video is going to be very insightful, so let's take a look and dive in. Now, these were actually costumes done for frenemies, where Trisha dressed up as Ethan and Ethan dressed up as Trisha. So Moses, as a side character, dressed up as his sister Hila. As you can see, he's wearing a fake Teddy Fresh inspired shirt, although at least I think it's fake. It could be real. I don't know. Someone let me know if that's an actual Teddy Fresh shirt. Kind of looks like it's just fake though. But I do have to say the similarities are uncanny. But let's dive in.
Hey guys, what is up? Today we are going through Chick-fil-A and getting Korean fried cheese because that is just, it's my last day on November 1st. I'm trying to diet for real because I'm having music videos in December. And, yeah, so I'm like, this is my last craving week of stuff. It's also Moses' birthday week, it's Halloween week. It's just a lot happening. We're going to the podcast, but I'm hungry. Ethan was still sleeping an hour after he was supposed to be up. So I'm like, we're gonna get food.
Okay, I don't know if Trisha's upset here. She seems a little bit moody. I don't know if you guys remember, but on the actual episode of Frenemies, which she says they're on their way to, she actually has an issue on the podcast because it's a Dr. Drew episode, and she seems to be upset with Ethan on this podcast. So it kind of sounds like she's already upset with him for being late. So she's already kind of in a mood. I remember before she said she was actually in a mood. Like, she later says that her mood is actually because she feels very unattractive dressed as men. And she didn't feel like she looked good. Like, she thought she looked frumpy and stuff. She likes to, when she looks good, she feels good. I don't think she likes to dress like how she's dressed there. So I think it bothers her to not look, quote unquote attractive. But you can obviously tell that something's up with her mood, and she's not a happy camper, even though Moses does appear to be.
Do you want anything else here?
Are you getting nuggets or
Yeah,
just toasty?
nuggets. Hi.
Hi.
Can I get a 30 count nugget extra crispy?
Yeah, just the nuggets or the meal?
Just the nuggets.
Okay. Anything else?
Yes, and then can I get a large unsweetened iced tea?
Anything else?
Drink.
Cool.
And then a large Coke.
Cool. Anything else for you today?
That's it.
Any sauce?
No sauce.
I will say that even if Trisha's in a mood, this might be a small, subtle thing that I'm noticing, but I think it's nice that she's patient with him even when she's kind of moody when it comes to ordering. Because, like, she turns and she's like, what do you want? Like, you want a drink? Or, like, stuff like that. I just feel like it's small, but it's, to me, it shows that even though she's in a mood, she can still be nice. Even though we know that that changes later.
Or do you want sauce?
No.
No sauce.
No sauce? Okay, and then the name for the order?
It's Trisha.
Ethan.
I forgot who I was, I know.
Okay, you're all set. Just leave it at the window.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
So we're doing the Halloween episode of Frenemies today, and we haven't filmed it yet. So he got up late, which means, and the look he's doing is like a look of mine, which is gonna take my makeup artist Ari like a really long time to do. Like Angel's good, he'll just.
Okay, I thought she was talking about Moses at first because she was pointing at Moses, but she's actually talking about Ethan. And she said he got up late and her makeup artist is going to go make Ethan look like Trisha, basically. I think it's kind of funny that Moses looks more like Hila with the mask on than with the mask off.
Put a wig on, but I don't know. We were supposed to have a special guest. But I don't know if I should even say it because, like, what if he doesn't even come on?
Yeah, I don't know.
Should I not say it?
No.
I feel like I could just say it.
We're supposed to. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I'm kind of confused. So maybe the reason that Trisha was kind of moody about Ethan being late was that she thought it would risk their guest not being a guest on the podcast, because now she makes it seem like, oh, he might not come on now, maybe because she thought Ethan was too late for it. But another interesting thing here is she asks for Moses' opinion to do something, and then he advises her against it. Or at least that's what it sounded like. He advised her against it, and then she kept going, I think we should, until he finally said yeah. And then he kind of made it seem like that was always his opinion when it wasn't. This is kind of similar to how she'll ask him for permission to do offensive things. And even when he says no, she'll keep asking, asking, asking until he says yes. But I want to rewind that because he definitely said no, right? And then all of a sudden he acted like he always said yes. Let's like rewind a tiny bit.
I guess I don't know if I should even say it because like what if he doesn't even come on?
Yeah, I don't know.
Should I not say it?
No.
I feel like I could just say it.
We're supposed to. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah, he just said no twice. And then she said, I feel like I should just say it. And then he said, well, yeah, you're supposed to. But he said no twice, so that's confusing.
Yeah, we're supposed to have Dr. Drew on, which I think is like, I'm just nervous because like one, I don't know if I feel like it's not a guest. I feel like he's on there to be Dr. Drew with us. Right. I feel like we're the guests. We're like the children.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So that's why it's like, so it's all very confusing, and I don't do well with like
Okay, so maybe this is actually why her mood was so weird, is that she felt like Dr. Drew was going to come on and diagnose her in some way or play mediator in some way. That ends up not happening, by the way. Spoiler alert. I'm sure all of you, if not most of you, know that Dr. Drew actually came on and backed her up on pretty much everything as an enabler would. Dr. Drew kind of does that a lot, where he'll act like things that Trisha does are completely fine or like completely excusable. So I'm thinking here that maybe she was worried that he was going to come on and call her out. But I find it weird too that she's like, I feel like we're the guests, like we're the children. Why are they children just because a doctor would be there? Like, how does that instantly make her a child? I'm confused about that.
doctors and therapists, especially those kind of doctors that are like, look, I like them, like Dr. Drew especially, because I remember when I was on the Dr. Drew and Adam Carolla show right before like quarantine happened. It was kind of like a love line where we like answered questions, and Dr. Drew was so freaking cool about like my gender identity. I was telling him about it because someone called in about me being trans or whatever, and I was telling him, I was trying to explain to him, and I explained to him like off camera too, and I was like, he was like so empathetic, and like he was like, no, it's like a common thing, people think they're in the wrong, you know, gender or like chromosomes. He was like very like empathetic to it, so I really like him. I just get really,
again, you guys, it's frustrating to hear this because she has admitted that she pretended to be trans. So her even acting like she was genuine about it at any point is fake, because she laughed about it on the Just Trish podcast and said that she pretended to be trans. So I'm going to include that.
Because it is such like produced and production quality, I want to delete all my videos on that channel. They didn't ask me to. They're not like whatever. I want to, because I just feel like it doesn't represent me anymore. You know what I mean? Like when I watched it, I was like, yes, it's cute and it's fun to have like a key. It's like, oh, she pretended to be trans or whatever. But it's like,
but yeah, notice that she's like, oh yeah, I like Dr. Drew because he backed me up on what I was saying. But now she's afraid of him because she's afraid that he might not back her up now.
nervous because like people are so judgy, but it's never doctor. So but then again, I don't know if it's supposed to be like comedy or serious, because like part of me wants to be like in it. Like I just want to be like, okay, let's actually like get some issues resolved. But then I'm like, oh, it's supposed to be funny. I don't know. So, and also he might not even be on because we're starting so freaking late today. My biggest pet peeve is people who don't start on time, and Ari, my makeup artist.
So yeah, she definitely was upset with Ethan at this point because Ethan woke up late and was starting the show late, and she clearly is not happy with that. Which, as a coworker, that's fine to do. Like, she's allowed to be upset with Ethan for being late. She seems to be really frustrated at the fact that Dr. Drew might not show up because Ethan was late. So she seems to have some issues with Ethan's professionalism here.
Texted me and he's like, he's not even up yet, and it was like 10 o'clock and they were supposed to be up at like 9, and I was just like, oh. So anyways, we're eating food because I was in a bad mood then because I was hungry and we're starting late, and I'm like in this beard, which I kind of feel like I look more like Post Malone. Also, we got Moses.
Okay, she admitted bad mood because she's hungry, because Ethan's late, and because the way she looks. Now, this is what I said before when I said I feel like part of why she's upset is because of the way that she looks. And she later admits that she did not like the way that she looked here, and because of that, it made her feel ugly and upset, which she has stated time and time again that dressing like a man made her feel upset, which is why I don't understand why anyone ever believed that she was trans. She lied and was like, oh yeah, I never wanted to be called a woman, and I've always felt more comfortable looking like a man and being a man, and yet every time she dressed up in costume as a man or presented herself as a man, she always said she hated it and was uncomfortable. So it was pretty obvious that the trans thing was a troll from the get, but she does later admit that. But yeah, she seems very upset with Ethan here, so this would explain her mood, and also we know that she gets hangry when she's hungry. She gets very upset and starts to like, kind of like throw a tantrum like a toddler. So, of course, you got to feed her, or you'll face her wrath, as Jason Nash knows.
This looks just like Ela. Like everyone says
It looks so good.
It looks so. We took pictures in the mirror. We have our little baby. Oh, the teddy's back there. We have our little baby back there. Mo's not knowing how to hold a baby. I'm like, put it on your hip. He's like squishing his head. You were like, the first pictures were you strangling him, and then I was like, okay, let me just.
I thought it's a chokehold. You hold.
Oh
babies.
my god, I couldn't believe you were holding it like that.
It's funny because she says he looks exactly like Ela, and he does. Which I know there was rumors that Trisha was like obsessed with Ela, and obviously obsessed with Ethan, which I do believe that she was obsessed with Ethan. So it's also weird because Moses once said that Trisha wanted him to role play in bed being like her sister. I think Ethan outed that too. Or Ethan outed that Moses told him that. But Trisha wanted to sleep with Moses and pretend that she was his sister. But I think Ethan mistook it and thought she said Moses was Ela. But regardless, it's a weird situation. I also kind of find it ironic that Trisha is upset that he didn't know how to hold a fake baby, yet Moses is now the parent that is always with the babies and that her kids are obsessed with. Like, it's like people joke and call him like Mother Moses or like Mom Moses, or like I think they call him like Momses, but he actually is like the parental figure for their kids, and Trisha doesn't seem to be very hands on with her kids.
I was like, what the heck, man? But we're getting chicken nuggets and Korean fried cheese because again, it's my last week of being. It's not that I'm like gonna like be on a diet. I'm just gonna try and eat like way less because I've been eating like 3 meals a day. I want to go back to intermittent fasting where only like 1 meal a day, like our dinner, and that's it, and just have celery juice during the day because I feel like that will really. Anyways, intermittent fasting is like a thing that's like not. It sounds like an eating disorder, but I feel like it's not. I feel like it's a thing.
No, I mean they say it's good to fast between like to have like 8 hours of fasting a day at least.
I could do like 23 hours of fasting.
I mean, I used to be like that. Like I used to.
I think Trisha started to talk about how she would feel better if she lost weight. That's what it sounded like she was about to say, because she was saying that she felt better intermittent fasting and only drinking cleansing juices, and she was about to be like, well, it feels better when, but then she stopped herself. But I think it's because she doesn't like when she gets too heavy, and then she starts to get depressed. She's always had an issue with her weight. She's never liked being heavy. That's why I don't get when people call her like a fat icon or like a body positive queen, because she never really has been body positive, only about her own body. She's always called other people fat all the time.
Not eat until afternoon.
Yeah,
like
no, I know.
1, 2 o'clock, and I would wake up at 6 in the morning. So that's like
that's a lot of fat. Well, and you slept all that time, so that's 8 hours plus.
Yeah. So I would have lunch and dinner. That's it.
Why do you sound like her too? It's so funny. Oh my god. I know. I was asking.
Okay, I don't think he sounds like Ela. I don't think he sounds like Ela at all, but maybe that's Trisha wanting him to. Or liking the fact that, like, I don't know, because I feel like Trisha has admitted that she never liked Ela. She always kind of hated her, so I know people think that she's actually obsessed with Ela. And maybe so. Maybe she's, like, jealous of her. But I do know she hated her, so it's probably weird for her to be sitting next to Moses while he looks exactly like Ela.
I was like, do you think your sister's gonna find this funny? Because she seems so serious all the time. I mean, I don't watch her show, so she might be really funny on the show, and I have no idea. But like, she always seems so serious.
But isn't this the parallel universe everyone talked about?
That is the parallel universe of
We're there.
Ethan and Ela. Oh my god, it looks so.
Okay, one thing I don't get to is that Trisha says that Ela is so serious and she doesn't know if Ela would find it funny. But I'm pretty sure that Ela showed enough signs that she would find it humorous. Even the fact that Ela laughed at Ethan picking on women on Instagram who are presenting like fake realities, even that would show that even though Trisha didn't like it, whatever, it does show that Ela can laugh at things, even though the things that she laughs at are very questionable. But it does. I feel like Ela does have a sense of humor, and she's shown herself to be pretty light. It's just that I think that she finds things funny that Trisha doesn't find funny, and they're just so different. But I don't think Ela's like super serious all the time, or like I think she's just quiet and introverted, to be honest. I mean, nowadays maybe she's way too serious, but back at this point she wasn't.
I was feeling so ugly and I hated it, and then he dressed up like this, and I was just like, okay, that makes me feel better. Now it feels more like a couple's costume. I don't know. Although I was feeling it without the wig. I'll take the wig off later on like my vlog channel. I look like Post Malone with like, I have like cornrows in, like braids, and I was like, I don't like, and with the fat cheeks, because the cheeks are being.
So again, you guys, this is what I said about I feel like her mood has to do with the way that she looks. And even now she said again that she doesn't like the way she looks and she was feeling very bad about it. She does not like looking like a man. She has never liked looking like a man. It bothers her. It makes her uncomfortable. She doesn't like it. So the fact that she got away with pretending that she was trans for so long and that she preferred to look like a man when she clearly doesn't is just wild to me. It's kind of like people just skipped these videos and just didn't pay attention to them.
Pushed up by the beard, so I have like these really fat cheeks. And I don't love, but
I love this.
what part of it?
Just the way it all looks. It's just so funny.
Oh my god, I feel.
Yeah, Trisha's not having fun with this. She does not like it. She's trying to say that it's because her cheeks are looking fat. To be honest, her cheeks don't even look fat. They just look like her cheeks. I don't know if she has a different perception of herself. Her cheeks look like they always do. She's always had pretty high cheekbones. I don't know if it's like surgical or whatever, but it looks the same to me. I don't know, maybe I'm wilding too. But notice that Moses is like, oh, I love this. And then Patricia's like, what part of it? Like, she is not having fun in the slightest.
So ugly. Oh my god, did I just lose my phone on my hairs? So funny.
It was shocking seeing you in the morning.
I felt ugly. I know, I didn't want you to see me. I was like, oh. I think because like this hoodie is also really small. Like this is a medium, but it's like really, it's like a men's medium, so it's just so tight. Literally, Ari and Angel were like pulling on each end to like stretch it out. Because they're holes, I could not get my big head. So they literally had to pull this apart to stretch it.
Yeah, notice that she keeps saying that she feels ugly dressed like a man. She feels ugly dressed as a man. She's never like dressing like a man. Again, which is why I don't get the trans thing. But I also feel like this has a lot to do with not only just looking like a man, but the fact that she feels heavier, because she's already mentioned like she feels like her cheeks look fatter. And also she's now saying that the hoodie is too tight, which is making her feel bigger. So I think it's an insecurity issue where she feels ugly because she isn't the feminine, like, you know, icon that she always tries to present herself to be. Because again, she wasn't trans, she didn't like looking like a man, and she felt like she was looking too fat, which again, not a body positive queen either.
That's my biggest grievance with them, because I actually really like their outfits. It's just like I have the biggest, fattest head, and I cannot get through these little holes.
But for me too, it's tight always on the neck.
Yeah, and you have a little head, so just all around tight. That's what she said. You look so much like your sister, and I love it.
Yeah, especially when it's all covered. You just get the same mannerisms.
Yeah.
You look so much like your sister, and I love it. But he hates her. She hates his sister. So I don't believe that she loves it. I don't believe at all that she loves it. But also, it's kind of funny that Moses kind of drags the clothing line too. He's like, "No, I feel small around my neck too." And then she's like, "Okay, so it's overall smaller." But I think he said it to make her feel better. But it's like to make her feel better, he dragged his sister's clothes a little bit.
Yeah, it's so crazy. And then she always has that on, even in her pictures at home. I'm like, okay. I think Ela is definitely the most cautious person I know. She is very just masks, tests, always texts me she's negative. I was like, okay, we need to get tested. I'll get tested this week when we get back from our trip. I don't have any.
I feel like she's resentful about that fact too. She's talking about Ela being careful because of quarantine and everything. But notice that the way she talks about it is almost in a passive-aggressive manner, because Trisha didn't buy into quarantine and everything related to it. She didn't believe that it was that risky. She didn't believe that she should have to stay home. She didn't believe in any of it. So the fact that Ela was so proactive and so protective and tried to stay safe, I think that upset Trisha. Because remember later she tries to be like, oh, and Ela kept texting me to go get tested and blah, blah, blah. Like, she did not like that. You can even hear the resentment in her voice as she's talking about it. And notice how, as she's sitting there and talking about how cautious Ela is, she herself is planning a trip. Because she just said, we'll get tested when we get back from our trip. Remember, during quarantine.
Sometimes for them, I'm respectful, you know?
No, we get tested so much. It's crazy.
Yeah. Look at that outfit. Can't wait to post our picture. We had Sony. We did Schitt's Creek yesterday. We kind of crushed with that family costume. But this one is really good too. God, we crushed like all our costumes. Georgie and Darcy. I mean, we kind of... Oh my God, your laugh too. Oh my God, you're so like her right now. That's so funny.
She's like me.
I don't even feel like Moses' laugh was like Hila's laugh at all. But notice that she's like, oh my God, you're just like your sister. And he's like, no, she's like me. That's Moses' ego talking. That's Moses' narcissism. Moses doesn't want to be compared to a sister. He wants his sister to be compared to him. He wants to be the main character, the main star. He doesn't look like Hila. Hila looks like him.
I'm the oldest.
Okay. I know. How does that work though? Because people always know you as her brother. Usually people like would say the opposite if you're the oldest. Like, I'm Nick's little sister.
Yeah, but it's people that know her first.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that's why I feel like now you act like her. Because we'll know from the podcast
No.
it's just laughing and being, and Ethan talking and being loud.
No, when they see me, then they realize.
Okay, two things here. She mentions her brother by name. She's like, yeah, most people would know, like, the older sibling first, so it'd be like Nick's little sister. But that doesn't make sense because nobody knows Trisha as Nick's little sister in this public sphere. Just like people wouldn't think of Hila as Moses' little sister in this sphere. They would think of Moses as Hila's brother and Nick as Trisha's brother because Hila and Trisha are the more famous ones. So I don't know what she's even saying here. And it almost seems like a passive-aggressive way to make it seem like Hila is superior to him. That's just how it's coming across to me. I also feel like she's being passive-aggressive about Hila because she's like, that's what people know Hila from the podcast, just laughing and staying quiet as Ethan talks. She's kind of trying to make it seem like Hila's not a big contributor to the podcast. And she has said before, like she's said before that Hila doesn't do anything and Hila's boring and Hila's this and Hila's that. So it is a drag. She is dragging his sister here.
And Ethan talking and being loud.
No, when they see me, then they realize, oh, that's where it comes from. Okay, when I see your mom, I don't think, oh, you're Trisha's mom, you're acting like Trisha. I think
People do think that.
No, but
they
that's
literally
crazy.
like, oh, they're all like little Trishas. Even though my mom is my mom. I think it's whoever's more well known, you act like them, even though it's not. Plus, you were like way older
But
than
that's their
not
perception,
way older, but
right?
you know. Good.
You have a 30 count, well done.
I mean, Trisha's right. It is whoever's more well known. That's why when she brought up being Nick's sister, it made no sense because nobody knows who Nick is. Only like a select few. Not a select few, but like a small portion of her fan base knows who Nick is. Or a small portion of her viewers. But yeah, it is who's more well known. I don't think Moses is like that kind of commentary though. Because Moses wants to believe that he is superior to Hila, even though she found more success than he did. Even to this day, she still found more success than he did. The only success Moses ever found was marrying someone more successful than him.
A large 160 and a large Coke.
Yes.
No sauce?
No sauce.
Alright, it's going to be 22.41.
Okay, thank you. I like that you're wearing a blue shirt. Why is that? How come you wear blue and... Oh, really? Oh, I know. I was like, it's like Republican, Democrat.
Are you going to the podcast?
Yeah, we're doing the Halloween episode today. So I'm him and
Me
yeah.
and my sister are like keeping up with that.
Oh, really? Oh, thanks. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. He's dressing like me today, so it's a whole thing. Getting nuggets on the way. Thank you so much.
She has a beard better than me.
Yeah.
So one thing I will say regarding Trisha and fans is she seems to treat the fast food employees better than most fans. I think she likes when they recognize her, and I think they make her feel better. Like, look how her mood improved already. She was kind of down before. She didn't seem that up, like that happy or that up. But now she's like more excitement, more engaged because she knows that these fans love her and they're gassing her up, and it's actually helping her to feel better about herself. Even though you can clearly tell she's still in some kind of mood.
I'm feeling it too.
You want to hold it?
No, we don't need one. We just put it here. Thank you.
It's a large Coke and
She wasn't exactly honest there because she said, and I'm feeling it too, but she definitely isn't feeling the costume in any capacity. So yeah, I think she's just trying to be nice to her fans, which that's good. She later is meaner to her fans and gets annoyed by them, so it's nice to see her when she's nice to them.
Thank you. You guys are always so happy here. Every time I come, everyone's in a good mood. I'm like, okay. Unsweetened, please. Yeah.
Sounds like gonna be in the bag.
Okay, thank you so much. Yeah, it's always good to see you guys. Have a good day. Oh. Yay. I love this Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A on Western.
They are.
The best. Like, literally
So
the
nice.
best.
I think that definitely improved her mood to have them all standing her and gassing her up. Because before she, and even after this, she is not in a good mood because of how she looks and how she feels. But I think that was like a temporary high for her because she loves to be like admired and she loves when people praise her, which is weird because later she starts to get mad when fans come up to her and notice her and stuff. But she likes it during drive-thrus. I think she likes it because she likes when she just like goes and does like mundane things and gets praised for it.
Hi. Oh my god, I'm gonna hit this person. I like your phone case. I am.
What's up with the costume?
It's Halloween.
Oh, you're right.
Frenemies. Oh, you're right. It's not even Halloween. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah. Chick-fil-A on Western. Like, they always are so sweet. Okay. So we just got a text saying that they were done, but we still want to eat. I'm just like, let me just pull over and eat real quick. So we got, oh, Chick-fil-A nuggets. And then we got our Korean fried cheese, which I'm very excited. We have a little appetizer. I'm starving. Oh, how am I gonna eat?
I don't think she'll end up in a better mood after they eat because for those who remember on the podcast, she was still pretty like down and salty. Like there was an obvious difference in Ethan's mood versus Trisha's. Trisha was like very down, darker energy. And she got even more worse when Dr. Drew started like analyzing them and being on her side and kind of criticizing Ethan. Like Trisha and Dr. Drew both criticized Ethan while he sat there like apologizing to her. And Dr. Drew kind of made it seem like Ethan was the bad guy, which is just how does a guy with an alleged degree make that kind of diagnosis or that kind of conclusion when Trisha has her whole history on the internet and everyone knows what she's like? I don't understand how Dr. Drew could assess that situation and call Ethan the problem, but like I said before, he was enabling.
You just eat.
Oh, it's like tight. Trying to get that big corn dog in my mouth.
It's gonna be a different OnlyFans.
Those look really good too. Wow, these are so good. Well, this one in so I didn't ruin my beard. Just run in, I don't want to ruin my beard.
Chick-fil-A is the best.
She does already seem semi better. After eating, her mood is definitely improving. It's just a shame it doesn't stay that way, and Frenemies ends up being so cringeworthy and uncomfortable.
Is that my car?
No. No, it's like air conditioner back there.
Babe, we've come such a long way. Remember the first time we did our first video ever? Korean fried cheese, my Porsche Macan.
That's so crazy.
And we were so awkward, and you were so awkward.
I'm still awkward.
No! You and I were like, that's so cool.
I was gonna say Moses is still awkward. What is she talking about? Come a long way. He's not any less awkward than he was in the beginning. I mean, you could tell Moses is. I'm gonna say it again. Comfortable. Moses seems comfortable in this video with her. Generally, before he seemed uncomfortable and awkward and just like he never knew what to say. But he seems like he's, leaning into it. He's gotten used to her. The energy's a little bit better from him as far as comfort goes. She still seems like it's weird, but the more she's with him and the deeper the relationship gets, she seems more just like not that impressed by him, which I find really interesting because with Jason Nash it was the opposite, and with Sean Vanderbilt it was the opposite. Sean Vanderbilt it was the opposite. She was obsessed with him the further they got into the relationship, but with Moses it seems to be the opposite. It's like the longer she was around Moses, the more she just like didn't like him.
He was so comfortable in your videos now. I know. It was so weird before. Oh.
Would have to be awkward like my sister.
You got way more awkward than your sister.
What?
She's a lot more cool in videos. You're more awkward.
Oh my god, he did not like that. Look at his face, you guys. He does not like that. She's like, No, you're way more awkward than your sister. She's like more cool, and Moses is just looking at her. He's like, "What?" And he's looking at her like, "Why are you saying those things?" Like, because Moses is in his mind is superior and cooler and better than his sister, and he thought that Trisha thought that too. Because when Trisha first met him, she was obsessed with him. But now, like I said, the longer they're together, the less she cares about him. So now she's kind of look at her pointing out, like, "No, your sister's like better than you," and he does not like that.
On camera than your sister.
Thank you.
Oh, you're saying you have to be more awkward to be your sister. Or you gotta be a lot more cool, I feel, to be your sister. Also,
That's such like a I get what she's saying, but it's funny because she knows what he's like. Like she has to know how insecure he is because he makes it so obvious, you guys. Like even any of us watching knows how insecure he is. Even any of us watching knows that he hates what she's saying right now. But she's saying it because she truly believes it. She truly believes that Ela is cooler and better than him. And he does not like it. But he's trying to like laugh it off, but you know that bothers him.
so she just can't laugh, so.
Just laugh, not say much.
I don't watch it, so I don't know. Maybe she does say much. I just remember watching it when they were doing hate videos on me.
You guys, my jaw dropped when he just said that, when he just said, just laugh, not say much, because now he's kind of dragging his sister in the same way that Trisha was before. And I feel like he's dragging Ela because Trisha just made Ela seem better than him. So now he's trying to downgrade her to make himself seem better than her. So he's willing to throw his own sister under the bus to make himself feel better. But to be like, oh, don't talk much, just laugh, that's literally what he himself does in Trisha's videos. He himself doesn't say much. He's never said much. So I don't know why he's coming for Ela in that regard. He's worse than she is in that regard.
That's awesome. I watched it. I hate that I can't just chow down. I just want to go.
I mean, it looks like it's. You can feel it, I guess.
It's tight in my face.
But it looks like it's flexible, like it's not gonna give away.
What a day. Chicken nuggets and cream fried cheese, my favorite. Oh,
I will say too, she said, oh, when they made hate videos about me, but Ela never made any hate videos about Trisha, and neither did Ethan. Ethan made a video originally calling out women on Instagram who present themselves to look a certain way that's unrealistic. And he apparently was doing it so that people knew, like, oh, don't listen to these things. They're not real. Just like be the way you are. Don't buy into these false ideals because they're not even real. And he had posted a picture of Trisha at the time and like made fun of her. And he said some like pretty like bad things about the women. Um, but they weren't hate videos targeted at Trisha. And when Ethan did make videos against Trisha, it's because she was making videos against him and then they were going back and forth. So if they were hate videos, then they were both doing hate videos. But Ela was never involved in that.
I filmed a video like this before and it didn't film or something, remember?
There was the tag, the
Yeah,
portrait tag.
but we redid it. But remember the first one was so good and then we, God, these are so good. I love the crispy. Get them well done.
Oh, that's interesting. Now, again, we know what happened to that original boyfriend tag. Remember, I was wondering at the time, like, oh, what happened to the video? Why did they have to redo it? Because they didn't really say. But now she says it's because it wasn't really recording. And then she says the first video was better. I really wish they would have gotten that footage because the second boyfriend tag video was not good, you guys. It was just so superficial and like we barely learned anything from it. And I really wonder what was said in the first boyfriend tag video. I wonder if it was more about Moses and less about Trisha. Because the second one was just all about Trisha. Wasn't very insightful.
How do you feel dressed as your sister?
I feel like she's dressed as me.
No, you never wear colorful outfits.
Again, Moses is so narcissistic and is so like he has such a big ego. Trisha to ask like, "How do you feel dressed as your sister?" And he's like, "I feel like she's dressed like me." Like, what? This is the part. I think this is the part where he makes the comment about how he actually was the artist behind some of her art, and Ela stole it from him. You'll see that in a second. I think. I don't know yet. I'm watching this video with you guys, but I do remember him saying that, and I think it was one of these videos. I think it was this one, but he can't even just be like, yeah, I'm just like my sister. He has to be like, oh, but she's really dressed like me. Like, I'm the superior one. I'm the older one. She took after me. Like, no, you're not. Ela's Ela. She didn't copy you. She's her own person. Not everything revolves around you, Moses.
As her style, her
Yeah,
design.
that's definitely.
I like dressing like a boy.
But as a kid, I used to take white T-shirts and draw on them.
Okay, two things here. Trisha points out that's her style, her designs, and here's where Moses is going to say that Ela actually stole from him because he's saying as a kid he took white shirts and drew and designed on them. So he's about to say that there was something that she took from him. You'll see in a second. Also, she says, "I love being dressed like a boy," which is clearly not true. She has said how many times already in this one video alone that she feels ugly. She doesn't like it. She doesn't like the way she looks. She feels unattractive. So no, she doesn't like dressing like a boy. She hates it.
So she's coming for your brand. She's stealing your ideas.
And then I think she still has a few of them. So I used to do like the wall. It's like the brick wall. Like Pink Floyd, the wall.
Mm-hmm.
So I used to do all bricks.
I don't really know what that is.
And then have the band, The Wall. I mean, the band Pink Floyd has the album, The Wall. So, so we used to do that. Like I used to draw on shirts and stuff.
Okay, so notice that Trisha said, because Moses is trying to point out, like, no, it wasn't Ela who had the style and the fashion. I was the one as a kid who did these things. I was the one. And then Trisha goes, oh, so it's Ela who's coming for your brand. And Moses doesn't correct her. Moses just keeps talking about how he was the one who was into art, and he's the one who designed things on shirts. And he was the one who did that brick drawing that Ela apparently now does.
For me, it's fun to see.
I told Moses he should be Freddie Mercury because we keep seeing it on TikTok. I'm like, you look like him. I want to watch that movie. We should watch that and Hubie's Halloween. We have those two movies to watch.
Sure, yeah. That sounds
I feel like if we
one.
watch Bohemian Rhapsody again, like you would get inspired to do it. That one TikTok trend where they all go, can you tell me when the end?
Now, I am curious about the fact that Moses tried to spin that into being like, oh, yeah, I was the artist as a kid. I was the one who did all these artworks, and so it's fun to see them now. But the timing is weird because he only said it after she said, no, your sister's the fashion designer, your sister's the artist. And he only said that afterward to be like, no, I was originally the artist. So I feel like he wanted to point that out, but then try to like soften the blow by being like, so it's cool to see. But he's implying that he is the inspiration for it. He's implying that Ela got her artist touch from him and that she copied some of his designs. That's what he's implying.
It's such an easy costume, too.
And you have the white.
Tank top? I don't know if I do.
It says only Trish.
Okay, well, maybe don't wear an only dress for Freddie Mercury. Or maybe. I think you would have an only
Upside
alive.
down or something.
Don't you think?
I think I don't think so.
Yeah, he was very forward with the sexual movement and sexuality and
He was forward with
crossing.
the movement, but not with like showing
Oh yeah, he's kind of private, I guess.
him.
I feel like when Trisha says she thinks people could have an OF, it's just because she would have wanted them to have an OF. She tries to push it on everyone who like doesn't really want it and just thinks everyone would have it. Like that's why she thinks Moses would have it and tries to force him to do it. Like time after time. Again, like we said, there was a video where she tried to force him to do it, but we can't access it at the time, but we're still trying to. But it's a whole video about her trying to get him to do it. Like, imagine having a whole video dedicated to trying to force someone to do OF.
Being sexually active with men and stuff like that.
Yeah, the movie, it was like, everyone was like upset that they didn't show him being like more gay, but then everyone's like, he kind of was like that in real life, though. He's pretty like private of his, like, openly gay and sexual, but not.
I used to watch, I mean, I used to listen to his music as a kid and saw his music videos.
Cheers.
Happy Halloween. And I didn't know he was gay. You know what I mean? Like as a kid,
Really?
I just used to watch his music, watch the videos. And at the time, you know, as a kid, you don't know what gay is. You don't know what it is. You know? So just like, oh, it's funny. He's dressed up as a girl, and you know, in the music.
So this is interesting that they're talking about this subject again because they talked about it in another video where they watched the movie, the Freddie Mercury movie, and then Trisha stated that she was unhappy that they didn't show more of his authentic life. But it sounds like now she's saying like, oh, it makes sense that they didn't because Freddie was more private about it. So it sounds like now she's changing her tune about it. So that's just interesting. But yeah, you guys, once again, they're talking about movies shows, food. It's all they talk about. And once again, I want those cheese sticks so bad. They look so good. I don't even know.
Video.
And your parents and I were like, oh, don't. Like, my dad would tell me
No.
Michael Jackson was weird. He's like, oh, no, he's weird. Like, don't look at him. Like, they were like that when
No,
he wasn't
never.
even.
No, that's what.
Okay, wait, I'm confused about two things here. One, she claims that her dad told her not to look at Michael Jackson because Michael Jackson was weird, but this doesn't line up with her saying, and I'll include this if I can find it, with her saying that her father sent her on a trip to London when Michael Jackson was there so that she could see him. I think she claims that she went a couple times to go, like, kind of stalk him. I think she even claims that he flew her there once. I'm going to try to find the footage, but
She was just sitting out there with her dad, like a 15-year-old girl. And my dad got us like a plane to like fly over Michael Jackson's house and like look at it. It was. My dad did so much for me. Oh my God.
why would a father who said, don't even look at Michael Jackson, suddenly buy her tickets to go all the way to England to go visit Michael Jackson? That isn't lining up for me. Also, she says, because I'm gonna posting this part because she made it clear before when Ethan was like, "Oh, you don't like Michael Jackson anymore, do you?" And then she said, "Oh no, I don't. I think he is guilty or whatever." But then now here she's saying that she didn't think he was guilty. So this is just like another contradiction of hers. But yeah, I find it weird that she said that her father didn't want her to look at Michael Jackson, yet he let her go on a trip to go find and visit him. That doesn't make sense.
One thing I really loved growing up, the radio was always on.
So your
There was-
parents were open.
So there was always music playing in the background. And because we were in Israel, you get more European music.
Mhm.
So he was one of the things you would just hear on the radio, like Queen, Elton John, ABBA, all those bands.
I feel like this is a real even Ela, just even eating and Ela not eating. Because when I did the Domino's mukbang on the podcast, it was just me.
I love how Moses opens up about his childhood and like his background, and he's sharing like this personal thing about himself, like, oh, it was great, like we got to listen to this kind of music and this was how I grew up. And she's just like, yeah, you know what I love? I love how I'm eating a lot and you're not, just like Ethan and Ela. Like she completely changes the subject and doesn't even really address what he said, which is indicative of how little she cared about what he talked about. Which again, you guys, when she first ever had him on her channel, she was all doughy-eyed, like doe-eyed, and she wanted to know everything about him and asked him a billion questions. And now, like a month or so into the relationship, probably not even a month, like weeks into the relationship, she just doesn't care what he has to say anymore. And she rarely listens and she just dismisses and like talks about herself.
And Ethan eating, and then Ela had like literally a slice and like a bite. No shaming, no shaming eating. Like, I don't really care how much you eat, but I just feel like it's the real thing. And when I
I
feel
mean,
like
nobody gets shamed for
I think she does care though how much he eats, because every video that they've done where they've like eaten, she always comments on Moses's food intake. Like if you watch the first videos that we did about them eating, she would always be like, "Oh, you're not eating more? That's all you're gonna eat? Eat more!" Like, and then she would encourage him to eat more. So she does care a lot about him eating as much as she does, because she doesn't want to seem fatter than him or bigger than him. So she wants him to eat as much as she does, and I think she also wanted him to gain weight so that she wouldn't feel so big. So it is a thing. Like, she's trying to say it's not, but it is. And when she draws attention to things like that, where she says, "Oh, I don't really care about this," she almost always 99% of the time does care about it.
not eating.
yeah, people shame people for not eating, and then it like triggers
What?
people's eating disorders. Yeah, it's like a thing. So I'm not shaming, because some people do get shamed for like not eating enough, which I mean I can never relate to. So I feel like for me, I'm like, oh, what? But
How is that a thing?
Well, she can relate to it in the sense where she has shamed people for not eating enough. She used to constantly shame Jason Nash for not eating as much as her. She would try to force him to eat all the time, just in a more aggressive way than she tries to get Moses to eat. With Moses, she just kind of goes, "You're not gonna eat that? No, eat more." Like, "Oh, that's all you're eating?" But with Jason, she would get like mad if he didn't eat as much as she did. And she would constantly criticize his food intake. If he was eating healthy, she'd be like, "Oh, you eat like a woman." Like, she always had an issue with it.
it's like skinny shaming. And it's true. You guys are like cheese all over.
What? Oh.
What? Oh, horror.
Is it just the hair or what?
Yeah. The hair's like caught in my. You see, there's like hair. I think it's
Here.
good.
Let me see that. Because there's just a few fuzz.
That's okay. I got it. I was gonna finish this Korean fried cheese stick, you know what I'm saying?
But I really don't get it. Like, how can somebody be shamed for? Because if people don't want people to be shamed for how much they eat, so it's either way, like
You get
little
shamed
or
either way.
much.
But I think you can't win. Like, vegans don't think you should eat meat.
Just like a non-related comment. That would be so gross if you're like eating something and then a piece of hair gets into it. But obviously that's like fake hair, but still. I wonder how she was able to tell that. Also, Moses saying, "Oh, that's so weird if you don't want people to fat shame, you shouldn't skinny shame." But that's literally Trisha's point. She's saying that both sides get it and that neither side should. So she's already like saying that.
Some people think you shouldn't eat plants, like we said Joe Rogan. Ah, the hell.
You look so much like a guy when you.
It's like hair I'm chewing. No, but that's the whole thing. I mean, people shouldn't be shamed for eating too much either. Because, like, no matter what, if you eat too little, if you eat too much, like, the person that, like, sometimes they have control, sometimes they don't have control, sometimes they want to eat a lot, sometimes they can't control how much they eat. People shouldn't be shamed for anything. That's their own issue to work out with themselves, a doctor, whatever.
But I feel like she's saying this more from a self-centered point of view where she's talking just about herself and how she doesn't want people to shame her for overeating. I don't think she's really caping for everyone because, like I said before, when Jason Nash would try to eat healthy or eat minimally, she would get upset all the time. She would judge him. She would make comments about him. She would insult him. So it's not like she's this kind, caring individual who's like, oh, just let everyone eat what they want to eat. She's not like that. So the fact that she's trying to present herself to be is just not true. And again, she did try to force Moses to eat too, just in a more subtle way than what she did with Jason. With Jason, she was way more aggressive and way more intense with wanting him to eat more and getting mad when he didn't.
Eating disorder, like, people shouldn't shame them. They should, like, hopefully they get help, you know? And same thing, binge eating, anything.
And food is so subjective that I don't think you can have a uniform opinion about food. Like, it's the most subjective thing in the world, what you eat. How much you eat, what you like. I mean, it's weird. Like, I would never listen to anyone telling me anything about food.
I don't either. Well,
I mean, if somebody's on and they're gonna, it's a different story.
yeah, you still shouldn't shame them. You should just hope they get help. Like, you can't, like, saying that,
Right.
like, Eugenia Cooney, everyone was like,
Oh, okay. She's kind of veering into concerning territory here because Moses points out, like, okay, you shouldn't really comment on people's food intake. You shouldn't really be in people's businesses. But if someone has a serious concern, yeah, there's like a valid reason to. And then Trisha goes, yeah, but you still shouldn't say anything. Like Eugenia Cooney, and then she brings up Eugenia Cooney. Like, I hope she's not going to say, like, leave her alone and let her do what she's doing. Like, stay out of it, because that would basically be condoning and enabling that to keep continuing to happen. Because it's not just about Eugenia, it's about Eugenia's fans that are being influenced and taught that these things are okay. Many of them young kids. When Eugenia first came onto the scene, she had many, many young viewers, as you can see in her old videos when she went to video conventions and stuff like that. And she still has young viewers to this day. So yes, it's a concern, and yes, it should be addressed. And I hope she's not about to gloss over it or make excuses for it.
oh my god, she's so skinny. Like, oh my god, like, we're like shaming her. It's like, if anything, don't shame her because it makes the situation worse. So I know for me, when people call me fat, like growing up, I just wanted to eat more. So it makes the situation worse. Like, someone close to them should help them, or they should help themselves. Or
Okay, yes, someone close, like her mother, should help, or someone close to the situation. But I feel like Trisha, by just saying like people are shaming Eugenia, isn't casting a proper light on this, because that's kind of what Eugenia says, where she's like, everyone's just a hater. Like, everyone's just hating. No, it's not just shaming and hating. It's concern at the core. That's what it is. It's major concern. And to paint it just like, oh, people are shaming her and people are haters, like, that's not what it is. Also, she brings up the fact that she was heavier as a child and people called her fat. But then before she claimed she wasn't bullied, she has told on and off stories about how she was made fun of, how she wasn't made fun of, how kids didn't like her, how kids did like her. So her story constantly changes on that one. But yeah, you'll notice that once again she relates it to herself. She starts to talk about Eugenia, but then instantly relates it to herself, because at the basis of this conversation, it's about Trisha.
something, but the internet crashing down, being like, oh my god, you need help. I'm sure she knows that and aware. She talked about it. And same with me. I know you sure.
Again, she's relating this to herself. And again, she's saying like, oh, on the whole internet coming down on Eugenia. The whole internet wasn't coming down on Eugenia. They were concerned, and not just concerned about Eugenia. They were concerned about Eugenia's viewers and young fans, which they should have been. Trisha's like one of the first ones to jump up and claim that people are, that people shouldn't be on the internet, that people are dangerous, that people are whatever. But then, like, she's using Eugenia as a tool to talk about herself because she's saying, just like Eugenia. And then she goes, just like me. Like, that's what she's saying at the core, is that she doesn't want people to talk about her own food intake. So she's now using Eugenia as a stepping stool to talk about that. By talking about Eugenia and being like, oh, well, leave her alone. She's really talking about herself, which is why she instantly relates this to herself and says, just like me, because that's who she's talking about, herself.
I'm just thinking about it. Oh my god, why didn't you be good in my beard?
It's hard to see. They're so thin and transparent. There's just a few that were sitting there. But the thing is, like, for people that have eating, it's usually they have some, like, they have judgment for themselves already. They judge themselves for eating.
Ways, we're not experts. We're not doctors. If you
Okay, so it's weird because when Moses started to talk about that, it seems like Trisha edited out whatever he said, and then she started to say, well, we're not doctors, we're not whatever. So I wonder if it's because Moses said something that Trisha didn't agree with, so she just cut it out. And now she's trying to say, we're not doctors, we're not whatever, like trying to save the way they come across. But I feel like Moses wasn't going to say anything offensive in general. I feel like he was the one with the more appropriate opinion here and the more appropriate take. I feel like Trisha was the one being weird, so I don't know why she didn't edit herself out and instead edited out his own things. I also find it interesting that she left things like her praising Israel over Palestine and her saying more offensive things. She leaves all those up, but then she cuts out whatever Moses said. It's very odd.
If you think you haven't needed to get help, only if you're close to someone, I think you should ask for them to get help. And if you're comfortable, and like, it's like everyone has their own issues and their own timing.
Okay, again, I feel like that's really bad advice for Trisha to be like, well, only if someone's close to her can they tell her anything. So what about all the parents of all the young teens that are being influenced by it? What about a bunch of people on the internet who are being influenced by the influencer, by the way? Trisha's stance on this does not make sense. And she says everyone has their own issues and their own timing, but that's the whole entire point of that kind of illness, is that those people who are suffering from that illness don't have a lot of time. They don't have a lot of time to turn their lives around and save themselves. That's why time is of the essence, and why there's pressure to get help, and why there's so much concern, because they don't have all the time in the world. It's very critical, which she doesn't somehow seem to grasp. And remember, the reason Trisha doesn't want anyone to say anything about Eugenia is because Trisha doesn't want anyone to say anything about herself. She doesn't want anyone to comment on her eating habits or try to stop her from overeating. So she's being selfish here by being like, just leave everyone alone, because she just means leave her alone, but she's using other people to say that.
I have no issue with this.
This food makes me so happy. It's like comfort food. Wow,
Surprised
this is so good.
Ethan and Hila never came here.
Well, they said they got it. They said they had one of their interns get it.
Oh, but they had it cold. Like, it was sitting in the office for a while.
You guys, I know this is so unrelated, but the more they eat those sticks, the more I want to try them. I need to know if any of you guys have had them. I know someone mentioned before that I should get them. So I'm like, ooh, did you have them? Because they look so good. But I also find it kind of interesting that they're talking about, like, disorders while they're literally stuffing their faces.
You have to come here
Yeah.
and get it fresh. Beards in general are just nasty. Like, the fact that you just get food in them. It's so gross.
Yeah, if somebody has a long beard. That's really bad. But I think the cheese pulls more in.
No harm.
You're learning the difficulties of being a man.
I don't think it's as tight on the face. I don't think.
Well, according to Trisha, she has always been a man, even though she admitted to pretending about being trans. So Moses being like, "Oh, you're learning." Well, why wouldn't Trisha correct him at this point where she was claiming that she was a man, and why wouldn't she say, "I don't need to learn. I've always been one. My whole life I've been one." But she's not saying that because, like she admitted, she was pretending to be trans.
Look at it for comfortability. Mm. Oh my god, these are so good. Take it down. Crush it.
Such a genius thing.
That looks so much like your sister. It's so funny. I mean, she looks like you.
Trisha being like, "You look so much like your sister." I mean, she looks like you, and like rolls her eyes because she knows that that's like such a ridiculous thing that Moses is trying to insist. But it's so funny that she keeps bringing up how much he looks like Ela because, you guys, I know, and we all know that she hates Ela. So it's not funny to her. It's probably annoying to her. It's probably making that mood that she has worse. That she has to keep looking at Ela right beside her because we know she does not like Ela, and as she has admitted several times.
Oh my god. Oh wow. Well, this was delicious.
Do you think you guys will switch sides?
Well, that's what my sister said we should do yesterday. We were talking about that. But I don't know. We'll see. Everything's up to Ethan, it feels.
Yeah, but it's a group.
No.
Ooh, so here's some resentment coming through. Trisha says that her sister had an idea, and Moses had the same idea, which kind of would have been interesting if Trisha and Ethan had switched sides for the day. But Trisha says everything's up to Ethan, so it seems. And then when Moses is like, "No, it's a group effort," Trisha's like, "No." So she's clearly resentful already about the fact that she thinks that Ethan runs the show. I think this has to do with him waking up late. So she probably thinks that, like, oh, he just decides whenever he wants to come to the show. And remember, she tried to say that he dictates everything. He made up all the things that they did, and he dictated how the show went. And she had no say. That was her claim later. So it seems like already here, some of that resentment was brewing.
It's literally. I don't mind though that he comes over because everything else I do in my life, I have to come up with the ideas and stuff. So I don't mind him coming up with stuff.
Okay, now here she contradicts herself because she complained like she was resentful about it, but then ended up saying that she actually likes it because she feels like she's in control of everything else in her life. And she has said this multiple times that she actually likes that Ethan comes up with ideas. And that like she likes that Ethan runs things because she doesn't have to do anything. She has stated time and time again that she actually likes that. So when she tried to use it against him later and be like, "He ran everything, he never let me do anything," she forgot that in multiple videos she said that she liked that he took control and let her just kick back and relax and be an employee rather than the boss.
I'm trying to chow down so we're gonna eat or so we're gonna go. It's like my favorite lunch. There is literally a rush because we have to get ready and we might have a guest on day and I don't want to be the one like this time. I just said my biggest pet peeve is people who make other people's schedules behind. But to be fair, they never give us
Ooh. So again, that's probably why she was so resentful of Ethan, because her pet peeve is someone who is so late that their schedule makes everyone else's schedule behind. So she probably feels like her own schedule is behind because of Ethan, and now feels like Dr. Drew's schedule will be behind because of Ethan. So she's really resentful about the fact that he was so careless, which again, she does have a right to be upset in work environments about that kind of thing. Like, I don't think Ethan should just be sleeping in, especially if they have like a guest coming in and things like that. I also was going to say, I feel like the reason I believe her eating probably didn't make her feel better about her situation is because she came off already saying that she didn't feel like she looked good and she felt like she felt heavy. So I feel like eating probably made her feel worse, even though it made her temporarily happy because she was hungry and she wanted to eat for like because she was hungry and probably for comfort. It probably in the end made her upset because then she probably just felt like bigger and heavier. That's just my speculation for why she ends up still in a bad mood when she gets there.
schedules behind. But to be fair, they never give us a time. They're just like, I'll text you when we're close.
Oh, shit.
Okay, last nugget.
Again, she's also kind of trying to emphasize Ethan's negligence here and his lack of professionalism by never having like a set time and always making them kind of like wing things. She clearly does not like that part of the podcast.
TikToks are killing it. Follow me, just like Fish 88. TikToks have become my priority. I have to like remember to do OnlyFans. I'm like, oh shoot, I got an OnlyFans because like TikTok is always like taking over.
It is fun.
Yeah, Chick-fil-A has the best nuggets for sure.
Yeah, she did seem obsessed with TikTok. She still kind of does. But that's why it's interesting that she tried to call Ethan out and be like, oh, you're obsessed with TikTok just because you make money on it. But then she herself is spending so much time on it that she's forgetting other avenues that she makes money. Which also is interesting because she said before, like, I do because I love it. Because, like, I love doing it. But then here she's like, yeah, I forget about it all the time in favor of TikTok. I think she likes TikTok because it keeps her in touch with the younger generation. And one thing Trisha loves is feeling young and having young people stan her.
I really love TikTok.
I know, Moses, like, I watch it on my own. I'm like, you do? That's so cute. I always think we just do it together. It's addicting. Sorry, I'm like going through all these nuggets.
But also, I don't think if people don't get it, they don't get how much, like, there's everything on it. It's just a platform. So it just, there's really everything. Like, if you like design, if you like artwork, if you like cars, whatever.
I mean, it's just like YouTube, just a shorter version, right? Like a quicker, you're fed quicker from TikTok and you get to see smaller things in a shorter span of time. So it helps people with short attention spans, which is funny because when Jason used to brag about Vine, which was like not similar to TikTok, but similar in the sense that they both showed short videos, Trisha was like, oh, so you like it because it has such a short attention span, so only stupid people would like it. But now all of a sudden she was like, I'm obsessed with TikTok. I love TikTok, which was like the cousin of Vine, you know, like similar vibes to Vine.
But it's such a nice way of scrolling through content.
That's so fun. It's like so relaxing. But when we start driving, we can continue eating. It's Moses' birthday weekend, so go wish Moses. Go wish Moses a happy birthday on Channel Water. And go watch the Frenemies podcast.
You guys, did she just call him Matt? Or like, did she almost just call him Matt? I need to go back. It sounded just like, so go wish Matt Moses. What?
So go wish Moses. Go wish Moses a happy birthday on Channel Water. And go watch the Frenemies.
Not her calling him Matt. She literally said, go give Matt a happy birthday, but then corrected it to Moses.
Podcast, see if we got Dr. Drew. See what Ethan looks like. I don't even know what he looks like. But I love you guys. We're both on TikTok. I'm on as we're eating Chick-fil-A. This is such a good meal. We have a road trip coming up soon. I'll probably vlog it or TikTok vlog it. So everything like, no, they're not gonna take that long to do each.
Before we go, just
He's trying to tell me stuff they do, and I'm like, okay, don't really care that much.
Trisha doesn't really like them, so she doesn't really care that much about looking exactly like them. Moses, on the other hand, actually was a fan of Ethan and Eli, even though he was a hater too. He was really resentful about them, but I think a part of him did like them because a part of him was, I think, happy to be associated with famous people because when that was his claim to fame. But once he could give them up and just his claim to fame could be Trisha and being Trisha's husband, I think he was happy and eager to give it up because he didn't have to be a fan of his sister anymore or his brother-in-law who he hated and was jealous of. He could finally just be like a fan of himself and a fan of his quote-unquote wife.
Much, not that committed, but thank you. I appreciate it. I know you love their culture, so go ahead, you do it. He likes the memes. He watches like, what do you watch? Like a meme page or something?
no, the Reddit, the sub.
Oh, the subreddit. So subreddit this, whatever you just did. Okay, cool. Bye, guys.
It's kind of funny though. She's like, I know he loves them. I don't, but he does. So go ahead, do whatever you want to do with them. He loves like the meme pages and the fans, whatever. It's like I said before, I feel like Moses did like being a part of the H3 crew. Moses did like the association. Moses did like the benefits that he got from being Elah's brother. He would frequently hook up with their fans, talk to their fans, feel like a pseudo celebrity by association. And now that he has Trisha, he probably feels even more famous and he probably feels even more well known. Remember, he wasn't on the H3 podcast. The only thing he was going to be on was The Bachelor, which he didn't even get to end up doing. But with Trisha, he's on Trisha's Just Trish podcast as like a third semi co host. And obviously, he gets attention from being Trisha's husband and the father of her children. So he's living life. He loves what he is now, which is, quote unquote famous, even though he still isn't. Like, Trisha will always be the bigger star. Moses will never surpass Trisha, but I don't think he cares because he gets everything that she gets anyway. And he still, probably deludes himself into thinking that he's still better than her. But yeah, he's living in a mansion with her. He's got the 3 child support tickets with the 3 kids. He's married to the money bag wife, and he's set for life, I think. But it is sad that he was so quick to give up his own family and throw them all under the bus and just be such a snake. But let me know what you guys thought of this video. Again, like I always say, let me know what you agree with, what you disagree with, and if I missed anything that you guys picked up on. I love when I read those things because I do know I miss some things. And I love when you guys point them out and I get to have like a second watch of it and be like, oh my god, how did I miss that? So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And stay tuned because this ride only gets bumpier and bumpier.